What's up, my YouTube family? It's your girl, Ashanti, Miss Bambi, back again for another video. I know it's been a while since I have made a recording or a vlog. Just been out of touch for a little while. Sometimes I know for me, I just have to get myself together, and that's what I've been doing. Sometimes things happen in our lives that just requires our attention, and that's where I've been. That's the place I've been in. Some things have occurred that required me to kind of just sit back and reevaluate some things. And to be honest, I really just didn't know what I was gonna say, talk about what I needed to talk about. And sometimes God will put you into solitude so that he could help arrange your words and arrange your thoughts. And so that's where I've been. But needless to say, I'm glad to get back connected with you guys and have some dialogue. One thing that has been heavy on me and heavy on my heart is people who tell lies on you. People who tell lies on you. And I'm not going to be real long. Just want to touch on a few things with the Trill team, and just give my beautiful subscribers and my family something to think about, something to process. And I hope that my words speaks to you, speaks to your heart, and that you can pass on some good stuff to someone that you love, and we can just kind of look at ourselves, look within ourselves to see what it is that we need to fix within us, because we are always a work in progress. We are always a work in progress. I still have not gotten my my phone holder. My friend told me I need to go to the Dollar Tree and buy one, and I hadn't done it yet. So you know who you are if you watching this. I know you're gonna fuss me out, but in the meantime, I know God is my protector, and I'll be okay. And I'll be very, very cautious. But anyway, back to what I was discussing. I wanted to kind of touch on this subject about lying on people, and creating this fantasy in your mind about people to make yourself feel better. Or you think you're making yourself feel better, but deep down inside you're tearing yourself down. And so I've had this incident in my life, and it just kind of took me aback. It took me by surprise, and I just really had to sit in a corner and figure out what the hell is really going on. One thing about me, and one thing that my mama has always put in me, always try to find the good out of any situation. You may feel like your world is crumbling down, but if you sit and think long enough, you can find the good, and you take that good and you use it to your advantage. Because if you hang on to the bad and the negative, you're gonna find yourself torn on the inside, damaged on the inside, and you just a walking damaged person, and that leads to illnesses, and that leads to mental illness, and that leads to so many other negative things, you know. So try to at least find the good and hang on to that good, and then you go from there. But people who tell lies on you, and they know that they telling a lie, God put it on my heart, and I kid you not, that these people have a wicked imagination. Okay? I'm not talking about no child who tell little white lies, or a child who's scared they're gonna get a whipping, so they tell a lie. I'm talking about grown adults who have experienced life, who have gone through childhood, who have been exposed to things, who know or should know right from wrong, telling lies. And I don't mean just a lie that you can brush off your shoulder and be like, whatever, but I mean lies that could really damage you, that could really destroy you. You know, these people have a wicked imagination, and you should stay as far away from them as possible, because a person who has a wicked imagination can sit and come up with the most craziest things in their minds, and you can turn around and your whole world could be upside down in a blink of an eye, because a person has a wicked imagination. They are so envious. They are so determined to destroy you that they will develop a wicked imagination. They will sit and think about a million ways to hurt you. And these type of people are beyond dangerous. They're beyond dangerous. So be very, very cautious of the people you allow in your circle. Be very, very cautious of the people you allow your children to be around, to hang around. Because it's some people out here who are determined. And I mean, when I say determined, they're more determined to destroy you than they are determined to do better in life, because they don't want better for themselves. The only thing they want is to see you stressed. The only thing they want is to see you unhappy. The only thing they want is to see you down bad. And they will go to extreme lengths to ensure that that happens. So be very cautious of these people, and God will show you them. They will expose themselves. It don't take long. I remember Oprah said in a video or recording or show she had a long time ago, that a person will show you who they are within 29 seconds of you conversing with them. 29 seconds. It don't take long. You have a conversation with somebody, 9 times out of 10, you may not know every intricate detail about them or learn every intricate detail about them, but you can kind of pick up on whether this person is somebody you want to associate with or not. I know I have that type of discernment, and because I pray for that type of discernment. I pray, you know, when I meet people, God, show me their true intentions, because people will try to get close to you to destroy you, especially if they feel that you may have some type of advantage over them. So I pray for that. You know, wisdom comes through prayer. People say that wisdom comes with age. That's not true. You can be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old and just as dumb as a doorknob, just as loony as a Looney Tune. Wisdom comes through prayer, asking God to give you wisdom, to give you discernment, and doing it with a genuine heart. It does not come through age, because I know a lot of people who are older than me, but I feel like I may be a little wiser than them. And it simply comes through, you have to ask God for that type of stuff. It's not just innate, it's not just in you. Okay? So when you associate yourself with people, or when you are around people, or you meeting new people, you pray and ask God to show you their true intentions. And He will. And He will. And now that this particular person has told lies on me, I will now incorporate in my prayer, God, show me people who have wicked imaginations, who have destructive thoughts about me. And I want you guys to do the same. And He will expose them every time. It don't matter. But I can say that God is a just God. And when you do things to try to hurt people, and you do it with ill intentions, it's going to come back on you. It may not affect you directly. It may affect your children. It may not get your children. It may get your mama or your daddy or somebody that you hold near and dear to you. So be careful what you do to people, especially people who God has His hands on, who God has His arms around. Be careful how you handle them, because when I tell you, His wrath ain't nothing to be messed with. It's nothing to be played with. You may continue to go on through life thinking you got off scot-free, but when I tell you, when your time comes, you better be ready. You better be ready, Trill Team, because His wrath ain't nothing to play with. And when you go outside and it's 108 degrees and you feel how hot that heat is, you just imagine how hot hell is. Because hell is probably 50 million times more hotter than that 108 summer degree weather. And I know, me personally, it's hot in the summertime. And I know if it's hot in the summertime, it got to be hotter in hell. So you have to be careful with the thoughts that you have, with the things that you do to people. When you handle people harshly, keep in mind that your time too will come. So be very, very careful how you handle people, Trill Team. Be very careful. And I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. I also have to remind myself to be very careful how I handle people, how I handle my children, how I handle people, my husband, my in-laws, my parents, my aunts, my uncle. I have to be careful too, my sisters and brothers, how I handle people and what I allow to come out of my tongue, to come out of my mouth. Because when it comes back around, ask yourself, am I going to be able to handle it? When what I do to you come back on me, is Ashanti going to be ready to handle that? Ask yourself. And yourself, if you real with you, you're not going to lie to you. So be very, very careful when you have wicked imaginations, wicked thoughts, wicked words coming out of your mouth. Be careful. And always ask yourself that when you do something to somebody, when it comes back on you, are you gonna be strong enough to handle the consequences? All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't have much that I really want to go into now, but I do want you guys to continuously pray and ask God for wisdom, continuously pray and ask God for discernment, continuously pray and ask God to expose those who may have wicked thoughts and imaginations about you, so that you can get the hell away from them and they can get the hell away from you. All right, until then, be love, give love, show love. Don't be a hater. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Keep it real, keep it trill, and I love y'all.